Today, for our work in first scale march, we're learning about a special rest. It's called a half rest, and it sits on top of the middle line, and it is equal to 2 counts of rest. The reason it's called a half rest, because in an ordinary 4-count measure, it takes up half of the measure. So if you look at the board up here behind me, you'll see that count 1 is going to have the note A on it, and then there is a rest on count 2, and then the half rest that takes up 3, 4. So there's a total of 3 counts of rest. There's also a comma to indicate a bow lift. Let me demonstrate this for you. 2, 3, 4. So I do land my bow on the string during that 3-count rest to be ready for whatever comes up next. Let me demonstrate again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you might notice that when you stop your bow or set your bow on the string, that the ringing tone stops. Let's try this together, and let's use an A. Even if this is not your A, let's just use an A string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to go into first scale march and find measure 27. So you're going to look for the 29 that's in the box and then back up 2 entire measures. And it should look like what we practiced. It has an A and then a bow lift with 3 counts of rest. But please look at measure 28 also and notice that the pattern changes. It is an A, rest, and we'll want to stop our bow on the string. Let's try this together at 27. So set up your bow on A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest. And you'll notice that I stopped my bow on the rest when there is not a bow lift. Let's do that again at 27, and let's continue to the end of the line. Here we are at 27. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest. Miss Harold taught you to sniff on the rest, so that would be a great idea. Either that or think the word rest in your head. Hopefully you noticed that the A did change to a B. Let's try that again at 27. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to back up to 21 and play all the way down to 32. So I want you to see if you can look at the entire measure when there are rests and figure out where these rests live. So let's set up our G for 21 and give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to explore at 32. And I want you to just take your eyes and look through the notes there and notice that they are using the A, B, C sharp, and high D notes. So if these are uncomfortable for you at all, you might want to get out your flashcards and practice the notes, that A, B, C sharp, and high D. Basses, you do have to shift for the C sharp and high D and then back to B. Set yourself up for 32. Set your B note on. And here we go. Bow on string. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp, back to A. C sharp. Let's try that again right at 32. Hopefully you were thinking the 2 count notes right at the beginning. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at the very last 2 measures of first scale march. And I just want to refresh our memory that we are going to use a left hand pizzicato. So for violins and violas, you support your instrument with your shoulder and your chin so that you can use either your ring finger or your pinky finger of your instrument hand to pizzicato the D string. Cellos and basses, since the floor supports your instrument, you don't have to worry about feeling stable, but please also use either your ring finger or your pinky finger. So while you are doing the pizzicatos, your bow will be in the air, kind of like when you're doing a bow lift, so it can land and play the last 3 notes. Let's try the last 2 measures together. I will say rest, rest, and then we'll pizzicato. Rest, rest. One more time. Rest, rest. Now we're going to work the last 4 measures of the piece. So find measure 59 or count backwards from the end. It starts off with 2 high Ds and climbs down the scale, but never gets to finish the scale with the open D before the rests come in. I'll demonstrate. Stop, rest, rest. Our special fancy pizzicato, and then our last 3 notes. Okay, it's really tempting to play that D at the bottom of the scale. Really try not to. Let's try the last 4 measures together. Set up your high D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, rest, rest. One more time at 59. 3, 4. Rest, rest. Now let's work from 57. So we're going to start with the 2 count Bs, 2 count C sharps. Here we go. From 57. 1, 2, 3, 4. High D. Rest, rest. One more time, 57 to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, rest, rest. Let's do that Again, remember when you're starting to climb down the scale that we skip that open D string because we're going to do our fancy pizzicato. High D, 57. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp. Rest, rest. Let's play from 49 down to the end. Try to keep your eyes on the music, and if you're feeling comfortable, you can even peek ahead to the next measure. Set your high D and put your bow on the string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,